Namaskaram everyone, this is Vishwaksen and welcome to Vaka Talks, where we talk about mental health and emotional well-being in various kinds of relationships. We are doing a glossary of various terms that are frequently used in therapy and counseling sessions. Today, let's talk about triangulation. Triangulation is necessary in the development of a child. Triangulation is actually lets the child explore the world and makes the child open to newer inputs and different forms of perspectives and learn about the world around them. And this is a positive triangulation where there's a third person. When there is a two-person relationship, a third person comes in and they share their inputs. So there is a sharing of inputs, there is development, mental development in the child. But when it comes to a narcissist, they use triangulation as a tool to control their victim. They use triangulation to rescue them in a situation. Say, when there is an argument between two people, between a narcissist and the victim, the narcissist pulls in a third party who is going to take their side, and the victim feels more destabilized because now there are two people or two entities who have the same view and they have a different view. So are they wrong? So when we are we fall victim of the triangulation by a narcissist, we feel gaslighted. We are gaslighted into into believing the narcissist's version and giving up our reality. This happens very, very often. It happens uh, since childhood. There might be one parent who tries to pull the child towards them and tries to form a group so that whenever there is an argument, when there is a fight, they are a group. They take the support of the child to control the other parent. So they talk negatively about the other parent obsessively with the child, so that the child develops a negative bias against the other parent automatically. And whenever there is a discussion, whenever there is an argument, whenever there is a differences of opinion, whenever there are fights, the narcissistic parent will pull the child into the fight and ask them to give in their input. And the child, already having a negative bias against the victim, always takes the narcissistic parent's side, because that's how the narcissistic parent has been grooming the child to always take their side. To Usually it is the golden child that they use, and we'll talk about different types of characters that you can see in a dysfunctional narcissistic unit later in a different series. But here they pull the child into the fight to take their side, and the other parent does not want to hurt the child or wants to accommodate the child's perspective, so they give in. A narcissist always brings in their enablers. It's always their enablers. It's never a third party. It's never a neutral party that comes in, that steps in. It's always their enabler into the fight, into the picture, to take their side and rescue them in the situation and further destabilize the victim and further make them further gaslight them and further demean them and later, slowly, over and over and over again, you realize that it's the narcissist who wins all the arguments. It's the narcissist who's always right. So when we are the victim of a narcissistic relationship, we start being quiet. We stop interacting with people in our own family. We stop interacting much with our own kids because the narcissistic parent has already co-opted everyone in the family to be on their side, and whatever you do, you are you are always targeted, and you are made fun of, and they make fun of you. They make fun of you to your face, and you're just supposed to sit down and take it without responding, without reacting. And they do it over and over again so that they can keep you under control, and they you are basically a puppet. You basically do whatever they tell you to do, and you all the only words that you say are yes dear, yes you are right, that's exactly what it is, you tell me what to do, or you know best. So that's basically the our our complete vocabulary gets limited to very few terms that validate them, that what idolize them, that helps them, that makes the narcissist feel good about themselves, because they are always testing. They keep doing it. They keep creating these situations over and over and over again to gaslight their victim into doing exactly what they want. And triangulation is one very effective way to ensure that. It might not be a child, it might be their parent, it might be their friend, but it's always their enabler. It is never a neutral party. And you are not allowed to involve your friend, you are not allowed to involve your parent in the discussion, because when you do, they accuse you of attacking them. Because uh, remember projection, they assume that you are bringing in your enabler. They assume that you are bringing in someone to use triangulation against them. So they are allowed to bring in their enablers, but you are not allowed to bring in a neutral party. So triangulation is a very, very effective tool that a narcissist uses to manipulate and gaslight and control their victims. And a parent can use triangulation against a child. A parent always comparing the child's performance to someone else. Actually, there's a funny incident that actually happened between a child who has not performed very well in a particular test. They take their report card to their parent, and they use triangle. The child uses triangulation to protect themselves. They talk about all their different classmates who has done worse. They said that this is a specifically difficult test. This has been and no one has done well. And the parent uses triangulation against the child, asking, well, this person did better than you, this person did better than you, this person got this much, scored this much. So both the child and the parent has used triangulation, one to protect themselves, the other to make the other feel guilty. You see the difference? A child uses triangulation. Every child uses triangulation. That is how they try to justify things. They use triangulation, saying everyone is doing it, everyone does it. An adult uses triangulation both to protect themselves and to control others and make the other person uh, lose control over themselves and destabilize others. A narcissistic adult uses triangulation in almost all cases to get their way. In in a workplace, triangulation can be that there is an enabler. In a group, there is one person who has been performing, but the the manager accuses them of not performing enough and uses another employee as a comparison. Well, this person works overtime, this person uh, uh, is very involved and they are very loyal to the project. You are not doing enough. That is triangulation. While you have been uh, working properly, your work have been working well, your performance has not gone down, and you have been putting in effort from 9 to 5 and uh, taking your own time on the weekends, but the manager using another employee who works overtime, who works over the weekends, who does extra work silently, that they have been abusing already, to use against you to make you feel guilty about your performance, make you feel as if you are not putting in enough work and effort. In a in a romantic relationship, triangulation comes into picture when they say, well, my friend also feels this way, that you are not doing enough. My friend feels that you are wrong. My parents feel that you are wrong. And they pull them into the conversation to make their partner feel insignificant, to make their partner feel dumb, to make their partner feel guilty, to make their partner obey them. Obeying is essential for a narcissist. For a narcissist, their partner or their counterpart, whoever, whatever be the relationship, a parent, child, sister, brother, friend, co-worker, boss, romantic partner, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, it doesn't matter. The other person has to obey them. The other person has to take their word as law. And they use triangulation very effectively to destabilize their victim. They use the triangulated person or entity as their rescuer and make the other person, make the victim miserable, make them feel guilty of a crime that they have not committed. Thank you, and if you like my content, please hit the like button and share it with people that you feel would benefit from my content, and share your experiences where you have been triangulated in the comment section below, and please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Thank you.